Here comes a new challenger!
What's up guys, my name is Elden. Welcome back to another KOH video. In today's KOH video, we are going over Calypso. She's a free-to-play friendly unit at the moment, because you could get her from the current event going on, the Halloween event, which is actually a really good event, and you should really farm it. You get a lot of her, actually. So, let's just jump right into the video. Hello, my baby. Hello, my... Calypso, a deep-sea witch sealed in the distant sea of Laurasia. Because of the seal, she cannot use her powers properly, but she satisfies her curiosity by looking at each of the ships that travel back and forth above water. If you meet a darker part of the sea, it is said a sacrificial offering must be made, or else a strong wave will come and sink the ship. Pirates call this Calypso's whim, because it's hard to grasp what offering may captivate her. On days when the night sky is clear and the stars are shining brightly, you might be able to see her above water, leisurely looking around, with her octopus lantern if you're lucky. I love the moment when the world outside the water is taken over by the darkness of the deep sea. There are many desirable things above water. Skill 1, which is jealousy. Calypso jealously attacks those she cannot have. Attacks a target enemy. Successful hits have a 30% chance to reduce the duration of all buffs of the target by 1 turn. This is a very good skill to have. It is a first skill, first of all, so she's always going to be able to do this. It's very good because this is essentially a first skill stripper. So it doesn't outright get rid of the buffs. But if the buffs are all just 1 turn, she has a 30% chance to reduce that. And if you do skill the skill up, if, as you can see right here, increases damage by 5%, increases effective rate by 5%, increases damage by 10%, increases effective rate by 10%, increases damage by 15%. So in total, she gets a 30% increase of damage and an effect rate increase of 15. So she'll have a 45% chance to successfully reduce duration of all buffs on that target that is hit. This is very, very good, like I said before, because it is essentially a first skill stripper, a single target stripper, but a first skill stripper, and it affects all buffs. Not 1, not 2, all buffs on that character. So she is a very, very good unit for that purpose alone. But let's move on to her second skill. Her second skill, Krakens Rage. Kraken's legs appear and attack the enemies within the target area. Calypso recovers 20% of damage inflicted by Kraken as HP. Successful hits have a 45% chance to reduce attack of all enemies for 1 turn. Cooldown 3 turns. Skill is essentially a vampire in attack reduction type skill. Attack reduction is always very useful so your character doesn't get nuked instantly, and it makes it so the survivability of your team is a little bit longer. This is of a 2 area hit thing. There's the main target and then there's the sub target. The sub target's going to be the one directly behind the main target, so it is in the line, as I can tell pretty much. I don't know if it has that diagonal effect like some other skills have. Depending on how you hit them, they might go in a diagonal or whatnot. But as of right now, it is in a line. So, once you do actually increase the skill output for her, it increases damage by 5%, reduces the cooldown by 1, so it becomes a 2-turn cooldown, increases the effect rate by 5%, increases the damage by 10%, increases effect rate by 10%, increases the damage by 15%. So total-wise, you are looking at a 20% damage increase. You're looking at a 1 more turn cooldown, so 2 turns, like I said earlier, an effect rate increased by 15%, making it a 60% chance to reduce the attack of an enemy for 1 turn. And it has a 2-turn cooldown. This enables you to pretty much save yourself really fast, comparatively speaking to other units that have a higher turn cooldown when it comes to attack breaking. But that's not all. She has a third skill, and her third skill is called Deep Sea Prison. Creates a deep sea vortex to attack an enemy. Creates a deep sea vortex to attack a target enemy. Successful hits have a 60% chance to remove 2 buffs from the target. Every successful removal buff applies to a continuous recovery to all allies for 2 turns, cooldown 4 turns. So she has 2 target buff removals, essentially. Her first skill lowers the turns of the buffs. So it doesn't necessarily get rid of it, but it lowers the amount of turns, which can, in theory, get rid of the buffs. And then her third skill outright removes 2 buffs. Outright removes 2 buffs with a 60% chance without it being scaled up. That is so good. And it is a single target attack, but outright removing 2 buffs could save you so much time and effort, or their healing capabilities, because this is an annoyance that will be no longer annoyance in PvP, where people have the shield buffs all up and stuff like that. So now, if you take a look at the skill upgrades, if you upgrade this skill, it has a increased damage by 5%, reduces cooldown by 1 turn, so it becomes a 3-turn cooldown, increases damage by 10%, increases effect rate by 10%, increases damage by 10%, increases effect rate by 10%. All in all, the damage is increased by 25%, and the effect rate is increased by 20%, making this an 80% chance to remove 2 buffs from a target. That is mad, man. That is mad. That's so good. 80% chance to remove 2 buffs from a target. That's so good. That is so good. And it's only a 3-turn cooldown. That is so good. If you pair up with certain units that reduce cooldowns, like a Mary or something like that, that becomes so fucking good. Like, oh my god, that's so good. Alright, let's move on to her 4th and final skill. This is more of a passive type skill, which is Bias. Calypso likes heroes that can lead the group. At the end of a turn, Calypso grants increased defense to all allied heroes with a leader skill for 1 turn. So every single time her turn ends, you want to make her probably a little bit slower than your leader characters, so they actually get this off and it's actually useful. But she will give you that increased defense to all allied heroes with a leader skill. So if you have multiple characters with leader skills in your party and you are using her, then they will all essentially get this increased defense. So now let's talk about where Calypso is potentially good at. She is obviously going to be good at TOA because she's a Dark Healer and it doesn't kill you to have another Dark Healer. That actually can strip certain units, so when you're doing like bosses and stuff like that, she will actually be helpful there, where she could strip the boss's buffs and lower the turns of said buffs. So TOA hard, TOA normal, TOA dark. Those are the obvious ones. Another obvious one would probably be PvP. She will be a very good unit for PvP because of these lowering turns of the buffs and removals of the buffs. And she does heal you with the continuous heals too once she does remove the buffs. So you want to farm her right now when you can, as much as you can, to max her out so you don't have to use fairies to skill her up. Another location that she would be potentially good at, Guild Wars. Anything arena PvP orientated, she would be good at there. And that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. You'll see a little animation pop up right now. So go check out all my other social media. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch over on twitch.tv/EldenDraws. I am currently not live at the moment, but I will be. So go follow me over there, and you'll see every single time I go live. We play multiple games. We don't only play this one. We play some other ones that I enjoy very much, and some new ones that I like to test out every now and again. So go follow me over there. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, then leave a like. If you really like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you later. Peace. Bye-bye.